item. It's just a great little item to have. You saw the hose that we made earlier in the program. We're now into this modern age of new types of hoses. It's not just big heavyweight rubber in design. We're doing great things like the metal hoses from Bernini. They do a flat fireman's hose as well. This is their rustic barrel to hold those hoses. It's a customer top rated item, and it seems like such a simple thing, just a little barrel, but the way that they created it, on one end of it, it's got a hole in the end. So usually spigots are about 3 feet off the ground. So you have the spigot, you can wind the hose here, and then you poke it right out here. You just kind of grab it and pull it, and it'll take care of things. They did just a remarkable job on creating detail, because I'm one of those people that finds just a garden hose laying out to look very unsightly. So I want to coil it up. Quite frankly, most of the time I'd rather hide it. And that's what this allows you to do. So let me tell you about the Bernini brand name. This is a great family. I met John Yiser more than 20 years ago. His grandfather invented the safety pin, which everybody in the world knows. John has been an inventor for over 30 years, and that gene has been passed down to his 2 children. His son, Jack, who you'll meet in just a few moments, his daughter as well. They continue the family legacy, and they bring their items to QVC. I think that's fantastic. So let's do this. Via Skype, we're going to go out to California. We're going to meet young Jack Yiser and say hello. Jack, welcome back to one of my shows.
Oh, great to be back here, Dan. And I'm glad to be showing this off, the rustic barrel hose holder. It's an amazing little item here we got for you here. But really what I want to show off is the mess, just like what you were talking about, is the hose that's just laying out there. It's unsightly, it's unorganized. It's really just not something you want to have out. And I just want to show everyone how easy it is. I can just lay the hose into the hose holder and it just slowly disappears. It's like a magician's ribbon. It just continually winds itself in there. And it's great for a compact hose because you get it in a nice tight package. And look at that, in just a few seconds, I've wound it up into something a little bit more sightly, something that looks like it belongs in a well-manicured lawn and garden. And you know what I love is that this is such a great design because it'll really go with anything. It's a great Americana design, and it'll look amazing in just about anything because the whiskey barrel is really something. It's just, you know, your classic form of barrel. So it'll fit with any yard or garden design, no matter what your home is like, whether it be, you know, classic Americana or it be something a little bit more new, modern or nuanced. This will fit in anywhere. It's a great way to hide the tools that you use to take care of your yard and garden. And if anything, if someone does see it, they'll think it looks right, it fits right in and it looks amazing.
Yeah, wood actually does not hold up well in the elements.
It does not, no.
Yeah. I thought it'd be cool. I bought a couple old wine barrels, big wine barrels from Napa Valley, and used them as rain catchers. And they only lasted a couple years before they started to rot through. This material, as much as it looks like wood, is not wood. But
No,
the detail that you and your father put into the original design, this looks like an old band of wrought iron.
Exactly.
And if you look close, you can even see what looks like metal texture to it. But you definitely see the grain and the pattern of wood in this polycarbonate.
Exactly. And you know, we have artists that work on our fountains all the time if you're a frequent viewer of our items. And they went hard at work to make sure that this looked extremely detailed. We've got knotting. So just like, you know, just like a regular plank of wood, you've got knotting from the original piece of wood. You've got little divots where the weathering on that aged, like you were saying, that wrought iron banding that usually holds all the planks together in that barrel form. That's all there. It's the small details that count to make sure that this is believable to be something while it's a much more durable construction. And you know, I do love how small this is. And with our compact hoses or any other kind of compact hose that you may want, you can get a lot of hose in a little amount of space and have it be hidden completely. Like, I don't know if you realize this, Dan, but I've actually had a hose down by my feet this whole time in a little bucket. And look at that, look at this. It's just been sitting behind this planter, and you might not have seen it, but right in here, I've had 100 feet of hose just sitting right here whenever I need it. And it's a great way to coil up. You know, and again, you talk about the hole. The hole is great because you can just hook that straight up to the spigot and pull your hose out from the top. Yeah. It's super easy to use, super easy to stow and put away everything when you need to. And it can hold such a large amount of hose. I think we've gotten up to 150 feet of hose inside such a small container.
Yeah, it's actually really a useful tool. I urge people to pick it up. Jack, tell your brother, tell your sister and your father that I said hello, okay?
Will do, Dan.
Thank
Bye.
you, sir. Coming up,